YTPC Padre Piper coming to you via the virtual airwaves of YouTube to say, hello, YouTube Pipe community. How are you? Hope all things are going well for you. It's been a busy day as I'm recording this, wrapping up a Sunday. Of course, that's a busy day in the life of a clergyman, but services are over for the day, and looking forward to tonight, enjoying a little smoke of something, and thought I would take a few moments to come to the YouTube channel first and just say hello to you guys and catch up. And it's been a while. Yes, I know actually, that's not true. It's Sunday as I'm recording this, the 2nd of July, and on Thursday evening, I made about a 1.5-minute video with two friends from the YouTube Pipe community, a proper fug and grateful piper, and it was great to do that. But it wasn't much of a video. It was literally under 2 minutes, and we were just kind of being silly, and we talked, oh goodness, all night long. We went way too late for an old man like me. Both those guys are at least 10 years my junior. So they had a lot more energy to run on. But we had a wonderful time. Grateful Piper is back home in New England. He survived this deep south heat and humidity, but he seems to have had a wonderful trip. He posted a New Orleans video this morning, and it was really nice to be able to get to meet him in person. He is there's so many great presenters on YTPC, but he's absolutely one of my favorites just because even the name Grateful Piper, I love that. I love the concept of gratitude and thanksgiving. I have been meaning to make a video to him since the first time he got on YouTube to talk about Thanksgiving, and I've never done it. And so when he came into right here, the pastor's study, I was able to show him this concept that I had for a video to talk about Thanksgiving and gratitude, because I just think it's an important part of anybody's life. Whether you are a Christian or a believer or not, I think you can probably find for yourself, just by learning to live in an attitude of gratitude, how well your life can be improved by that. And I wanted to do a video, and maybe one day I will. But over there above that door coming into the office, there's a I'm going to roll B footage. There's I don't know what you call that thing, a placard, a something. It says in everything give thanks, and that's actually scriptural. It comes right out of the Bible, that in all situations we should give thanks. And the beauty of that is that what the scripture tells us is that in every situation we should be thankful and in an attitude of gratitude. It doesn't say that because of the situation we have to give thanks. It just says in every situation we should give thanks, because it's a way of living life that allows us to continue to experience joy even during times when we may be faced with adversity and such. So anyway, I've always enjoyed Grateful Piper's channel. Tyler, thank you for coming down to New Orleans. Thank you for blessing me with a visit. I know a proper fug feels the same way. Mark, a proper fug, lives not too far from me and not too far from the church, actually. And it was wonderful on Thursday evening. The three of us were able to join in worship together. We have our Thursday evening Holy Eucharist here. And it was just nice to be with them most of the evening, and we had a really good time. We got to smoke some really good tobacco, and I'm excited. I have picked out, I think, what I'm going to be smoking this evening. I thought I'd share that with you before I get to some of the stuff that we talked about and smoked and enjoyed and shared. I am in a mood for something on the sweeter side, and that's what I'm going to go with this evening from Country Squire. A little something called Seersurcker. Now, this should not be confused with the C&D Seersurcker. Very different smoke. I believe the C&D is a Virginia-based. This is an aromatic, and it's got a tart, raspberry, creamy flavor. Very nice. Very good. I enjoy it during the summer. Looking forward to it. I think tonight I'm going to smoke it in my Mr. Bragg, my Blue Amigo. I like doing aromatics in this Mr. Bragg. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But, we're heading into the holiday, the July 4th Independence Day out here in America, in the United States. So to all my USA friends on YouTube, happy Independence Day as we're approaching July the 4th. And so I've got a pipe picked out that I think I'm going to smoke on Tuesday for July 4th. It's my Big Ben Patriot. Yeah, this is also a nice smoking pipe here. It's got the red, white, and blue. Actually, it's red, silver, and blue band. And this is a bent Dublin bowl, and smokes like a charm. And I'm not quite sure what I'm going to smoke in it. I'm leaning toward perhaps doing some Grateful Piper. Gave me some samples. This is one I smoked Thursday night. In fact, all three of us were in here smoking this up. Essence of Vermont, and an interesting blend. Enjoyed it greatly. Think I'm going to give it another shot. And he also gave me this. I haven't gotten to it yet. Chelsea Morning. I don't know if anybody's had any experience with either one of those blends, but one blend I need to get my hands on, and this comes to me via my friend, A Proper Fug. It's a new aromatic from the Country Squire Tobacconist in Jackson, Mississippi, which of course is not all that far. It's a couple hours, 2-3 hour drive from where I am. I know that sounds like a ways, but it's well worth the pilgrimage. If you haven't been to Country Squire Tobacconist in Jackson, Mississippi, you should make plans to do that at some point. But they've got a brand new aromatic they released in June of 2017. It's called White Rose. I want to read to you a little bit of the description. It says, this soft burley and cavernous mixture will be one of the most unique aromatics in your cellar. And it is. It's extremely unique. The pronounced honey topping at times resembles tea or even rum. I didn't quite get the rum. I could see the tea part of that, though. There's almost an herbal quality about it in a very good sort of way. But then again, that could have also been the rose water, which I don't even know what that is. But I liked it. It's obviously it's in that mix. It had a really unique flavor about it. It says the sophisticated pipe smoker will immediately appreciate the essence of Lakeland tobacco characteristics as rose water is apparent on the exhale. Yeah, I don't know. It tasted good, and it burned so smooth. And I got to tell you, that's the thing I like so much about all of the Country Squire blends. Even the aromatics, they burn so cool. It's so nice. A sweet perfume delight. And this is the really cool part. If you guys aren't subscribers to John David's podcast or his YouTube channel, you need to do that at Country Squire Radio. White Rose was probably developed in 2017 to celebrate the 200th episode of Country Squire Radio. It was presented to and named for Bo Yark, our dear friend. Bo, of course, is the co-host with John David of Country Squire Radio. All profits for the sale of White Rose go directly to making Country Squire Radio happen each week. And as of June 2017, Country Squire Radio is the #1 rated pipe smoking podcast in the world. So if you're not listening to it, you don't know what you're missing. You need to get in there, Country Squire Radio, and go on over to the website and try out some of those backies. Like I said, I'm going to be doing some Seersucker. Love that one, and I'm looking forward to putting an order in for some White Rose, and I want to thank A Proper Fug for sharing White Rose with me. Now, he also shared another tobacco with me, which I tried last night by myself, and it was god-awful. It was horrible. It just wasn't to my liking. It gets great reviews on tobaccoreviews.com, but it's called... Well, I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. It's French. You want my attempt at this? Joie de vivre. I have no idea. Joie de vivre. I don't know. Can't do French. I'll tell you a quick story. Senior year of high school, I needed an elective. I needed one more elective, and I said, I'll take French class. Now, you got to understand, I struggle with English as a first language, okay? I've got no business taking foreign languages here. So I get in French class. It's second period, senior year, and by about day 2, I realize I'm just not going to graduate high school because I need this elective. It's just not going to happen. And I was a musician. So I get into band class. I had 2 bands in my schedule that year, jazz band and concert/marching band. And I get to the band director's office, and he's like, what's going on? You look down. I'm like, I'm not going to pass, man. I'm going to fail my senior year of high school because of this elective I signed up for. He says, what'd you sign up for? I said, French. I can't speak English. How am I going to speak a foreign language? He says, I'll take care of that. He says, what period is it? I said, second. He says, okay, I'll get you swapped out. I'll go see administration. I said, what do you mean to get me swapped out? He goes, I'll get you in chorus. So, the only thing I can't do worse, I don't guess I said that right. The only thing I do worse than try foreign languages is sing. So you put me in chorus, I got an A anyway, because what I would do is me and a couple of buddies from band, we used to choreograph the halftime show during second period. We weren't much of chorus or choir singers. Anyway, so my attempt at that C and D pronunciation loosely translates to the joy of living. Anyway, it gets fantastic reviews on tobaccoreviews.com. If I look over at the computer's got like an overall rating of 3.5. I didn't like it. It reminds me of something, and I'm not a former cigarette smoker, and I don't want to sound snobby about this, but it just reminds me of something that perhaps somebody who really had an appreciation at some point for cigarettes might like. I don't know why I say that. Maybe because this morning when I woke up, my mouth tasted like it was an ashtray. I'm sorry if I'm reaching back here and itching. About 2 minutes before I started filming this video, there was an ant, and this thing was like the size of, I don't know, a Volkswagen Beetle, and it was crawling on my neck, and before I could get rid of it, I killed it. All right, I killed an ant. But before I could, he launched missiles first, okay? So what I did was strictly out of retaliation and to save myself, and I think I may be going into anaphylactic shock right about now, because I'm telling you, I think my neck is like swollen 5 times bigger than it's supposed to be, and it feels like it's on fire, and so maybe I won't make it to my Mr. Brogg smoke tonight with my seersucker. You hear the church bells ringing? Isn't that nice? Yeah, okay, I'm all over the place. Anyway, wonderful visit with my friend Grateful Piper. So blessed that he came down. Wonderful visit, all 3 of us. Grateful Piper, Proper Fug, myself, just hanging out, having a good time. Pipe smoking is a wonderful hobby, and it's just so much more enjoyable with good friends. And it's a small group of people these days, unfortunately. So to be able to have not just 1 but 2 guys who could get together and drink some coffee and just chat and trade tobaccos and smoke and have fun, and we talked everything. We talked philosophy, politics, world religions. We solved every conceivable problem of the world, and no one's going to listen to us. But we had all the answers, I promise you. We had a good time. We put that silly little video up. I haven't made a video since May, and I just get busy. I apologize for that. I love the YTPC community. I just haven't had time to even log in. And I'll tell you another funny story. I know some people, not everybody, some people get caught up in subscription numbers and such like that. And I'm going to be honest with you, I really don't follow it that much. I do remember the last time I logged in back in May, my subscriptions were, I don't even remember if I can get these numbers right. I think it was in the 700s, like 760s, 770s, something like that, right? And then I hadn't been there for a month. I had put a video up and hadn't been back. And when I logged in the other night to upload that goofy little 90-second video that the 3 of us made, I was kind of shocked because my subscriptions had gone up by like 40, and I hadn't even been on for like a month. And then when I put that video up, I looked the next day to see some people had commented, "This is embarrassing. I'd lost 4 subscribers already." Anyway, unsubscribe if I'm not for you. You're not offending me. I'll be honest, I don't know why that many people would subscribe anyway. I don't get it. I remember the first time I put a video up, I thought, if I hit double digits, if I had 10 people subscribing, I'd be a happy camper. But anyway, I am rambling at this point. I do want to enjoy some pipe tobacco later this evening. I hope that you can too. Oh, one more thing I wanted to share with you. This is a little tradition we have over here in the parish I serve, because we're heading into the 4th of July weekend. And I know not everybody who watches my channel is a Christian or even a believer, but if you are, I want to ask you to pray. I want to ask you to pray for the troops of our great country. If you're an American, if you're not American, pray for your country's troops. Pray for those men and women who wear the military uniforms, who keep us safe, because this is the time of the year as we head into Independence Day. We celebrate the birthday of the United States of America, that my church chooses to remind people to pray. And what we do is we get these little toy soldiers, right? And we say a little blessing over them, and then we have the children pass them out to everybody. And we ask folks, take this little soldier home with you and put it somewhere. Put it on maybe the countertop or on the bathroom sink, or just put it somewhere where you know you're going to see it every day, and let it be a little reminder to say a quick prayer of thanksgiving for the men and women who serve in the armed forces protecting our nation, because they are extra special and they do need our prayers. So happy Independence Day to my American friends, to everyone else. God's blessings to each of you. I hope whatever it is that you're going to be smoking this evening or in the coming week, or whenever it is that you're seeing this, that it's a blessing to you. It's something you enjoy, that you experience the joy of living, even if you can't pronounce it in French, and even if you don't like that C and D blend. I recommend you get on over to Country Squire Tobacconist. Just don't buy up all the White Rose before I have chance to get me some. Thank you, Proper Fug, for sharing that with me. Thank you to Tyler Grateful Piper for giving me some of this Chelsea morning. Can't wait to dig into that. And go Patriots? I don't know. This is my Patriot, my Big Ben. Looking forward to doing that on the 4th of July. Listen, enjoyed my time with you. Hope to be able to do this more frequently. You just know that I do enjoy the YTPC. It's just sometimes hard. It gets busy, and when I can get to it, I really enjoy doing it. So to all my special friends, thanks, and till we can talk again, this is Padre Piper wishing you and yours God's peace, grace, and blessings. Y'all have a blessed 4th of July.